Good morning, church. Every dream gives us a good dream. Always remember you have within you. You have the strength, the passion, and patient faith to reach the stars and change the world. Benjamin Becker was a free black man. He helped with surveying the territory for construction of the nation's capital.
Cerebral. Hold it on. Cerebral was a black woman who invented the ironing board.
Today is the day we all sing in honor of Martin Luther King. Wherever people fight to be free, his name is remembered with dignity. When black people weren't treated right, he stood strong to the fight. He fought with love, not guns or darts. He changed people's minds and their hearts. But some people didn't like his words, yet his dreams were freed. When we knocked down the walls between you and me. He was taken away to a better world, yet Martin Luther King's life did not last, but his dreams and spirits were free at last.
This poem is by Michael Wynn. We the Gethsemane felt that this poem was appropriate for the Black History program. I am special ridicule, cannot sway me. I am strong. Obstacles cannot stop me. I will hold my head up high, proudly proclaiming my uniqueness. I hold my pace, continuing forward through adversity. I'm proudly becoming all that I can be. I'm a black child. I'm the child of God.
Harriet Tubman was born a black slave and rented out other slave owners. Harriet freed herself by escaping through the Underground Railroad. She was determined to free other black slaves, so she went back to the South and helped them escape. She freed over 300 slaves and became known as the Underground Railroad Underground Railroad Conductor.
The Tuskegee Airmen proved that they were as good as other pilot groups during World War II. They flew more than 1,800 missions, including 351 missions protecting bombers in the sky. They shot down 112 enemy airplanes.
Garrett Morgan was an inventor of the three-way traffic signal. Did you know Garrett Morgan was the first black man to own a car in Cleveland, Ohio?
The first woman representative was Shirley Chisholm. She was the first black woman elected to the House of Representatives. She was elected in 1968 and represented the state of New York. She broke ground again 4 years later in 1972, when she was the first major party black candidate, the first legal female candidate for President of the United States.
Who was the first black surgeon who performed the first successful open heart surgery in America? In 1893, his name was Dr. Daniel L. Williams. I would like to applaud him. If it wasn't for his cutting age and technology, my grandmother wouldn't be here till today. Thank you, Dr. Daniel L. Williams.
All right. Yeah.
Did you know a black man named Jerry Lawson's work paved the way for systems such as the Atari 2600, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation? His inspiration was George Washington Carver. Who was the first black female tennis player? It wasn't Venus nor Serena. Her name was Althea Gibson, American tennis player who dominated women's competition in the late 1950s. She was the first black player to win the French 1956, Wimbledon 1957-58, and USA Open 1957-58 singles competition.
How many of you know your blood type? What if you need blood? What if you have a rare blood type? Would you donate? Let me give you a little Black history fact. We are thankful for the medical research of Dr. Charles Drew. He was a surgeon, medical scientist, and educator. Dr. Drew was a medical pioneer by finding a way to preserve blood. He created the first blood bank and developed a way to officially store blood plasma.
George Washington was a doctor and a surgeon. He practiced in Memphis, Tennessee. Do you have any idea who was the first black deputy marshal? Never mind, I'll tell you. Bass Reeves was the first black man to serve as deputy U.S. Marshal. Bass Reeves served for 32 years as deputy U.S. Marshal, killing 40 outlaws and arresting over 3,000 felons. He was never shot.
Did you know our very first president, George Washington, and his wife, Martha, owned about 217 slaves at the beginning of the Revolution? At the end of his life, he owned 300 slaves. He had a slave named Harry. Who escaped. His bounty to return him was $1.46.
How many of you know about the Underground Railroad?
Grab it, Mike.
How many of you know about the Underground Railroad? The Underground Railroad was the railroad underground. Underground Railroad was a network of people offering shelter and aid to escape slaves from the South. The exact date of its existence was not known, but it operated since 18th century in the end of the Civil War.
In closing, did you know that
You got it.
in 1870 the black population of the United States was 4.8 million. In 2018, the black population in the United States increased to 4.38 million out of a total of 3.3 billion people. However, blacks still only made up 15% of the total United States population. As a young black man, I am concerned about the black-on-black crime. We continue to increase the black population if we encourage young black people to stop the violence. Take a moment to do something positive for each other. Let's come together and create bright futures for each other. We hope we've learned something new about our history today. Knowledge is power.
We thank you all for coming out tonight. Not today.